Hey, what is up, traders? It is January 12th. I think January 12th, January 13th, 2020, Monday. New York session just ended. It's 4 o'clock where I'm at, and we're about to get underway with the Asian session. So thanks for watching. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Ronin. I have a fantastic group of traders. I teach these methods I'm about to go over in trading. So if you're interested in any of that, click the links below. We'd love to have you. And I'm going to get right into it. You know, it was a pretty slow day in the markets. I think the markets are kind of waiting to see what happens on Wednesday, because Wednesday is going to be the China-United States trade deal. Maybe. We'll see what happens. You know, that's when they're set to sign it. This has been going on forever. And I was in the chat room today in my VIP group, and I was talking about, well, what if, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump, you know, had something came up, something fell through, and they delayed it and had to rewrite the deal in order to push it out, you know, towards 2020 to keep this thing going, because they've been using it to pump up the market the whole 2019. So, you know, delaying it, having to rewrite something in it would just, you know, prolong this process of pumping and pumping and pumping. So, you know, nothing's written in stone. We'll see what happens on Wednesday. So that kind of brings me to, you know, the yen pairs, right? So if we get this big signing, you know, that's going to be really cause risk appetite to really go through the roof. We'll see some definite weakness in the yen, and across the board here. Here's EURUSD. You know, I recently sent out a signal for this trade to the short side. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback here. You can see we kind of broken out above this little miniature band of resistance here, and have started creating a green candle. Let's go to the 1 hour. You can see we have some dojis here. So whether or not if this resumes and starts pushing forward, we're going to be in some serious breakout territory with the yen. So there's EJ, and let's take a look at UJ. UJ, same story. We're almost at 110. We're above this supply and demand, this demand zone here that I've been talking about in the past few. I've been talking about it for a while now. So we've made it above this zone right here. Clearly, we've broken out. So I'm still holding a couple short positions here. I want to see if we get a dip back to this trend line around 109.5, or, you know, you can see we're we are overbought here. So seeing a bit of a correction on these yen pairs as we go into the Asian session here, I think is pretty likely. But you never know. I think AJ is we bought AJ yesterday in the VIP group. We got a nice trade in here, and now have a bit of a head and shoulders going on, but we're still trading inside this channel. And so our upside target is going to be the top side of this trend line, coming in at about 77. I think that would make a great target. Right now, go back to the 4 hour here, we're at the 78.6 Fibonacci extension. A little bit past it now, I shared this in the group. We're right on it. And we're getting rejected here. So what I'm saying is, across the board here on some of these key yen pairs, we're at some major resistance levels. You see we have a little inverted head and shoulders here. We're at some key levels here for a dip, for a pullback, and this is going to create a great buying opportunity to position ourselves going into this trade deal on Wednesday, because you know, on Tuesday, tomorrow, turnaround Tuesday, we'll see what happens, but we want to we want to position ourselves for, you know, if we do get this huge rally in risk, which is more likely to happen than it not, you know, we can put ourselves ready to roll for a good 100 pip run in these yen pairs if it happens. So a good dip will create a great buying opportunity is what I'm trying to say. So here is Euro USD. We got a little pop here today. I've been talking about this in my videos for the past few weeks. You know, that we're still broken out to the upside here. So you can see the fact that we popped off this trend line a bit is a really good sign. The problem with the euro is that we're not getting the follow through we'd really like to see. So, you know, and that brings me to the dollar index. So that being said, Euro USD not quite getting the follow through. Plus, we had a false breakdown here on the dollar index. You know, is signaling to me that we could be in the market for some dollar strength coming in. Tomorrow's turnaround Tuesday. So very, very good. Excuse me. It's been a long day. It's a good candidate for our turnaround Tuesday trades. The big mover so far has been GBPUSD, which we got into a sell position for about 20 pips right around here, 1.3040, and we cashed in 50 pip trade at 1.2990. And so I think that this is a good area to get long and buy the dip here for the reason that we're in this triangle formation and we're right at this 78.6 Fibonacci level. And the pound seems to really, what I've noticed, react at the 78.6. A lot of times the 61.8 is the one you want to look at, but 78.6 seems to get a lot of reaction with the pound. So I think a bounce here, not necessarily breaking out, but a bounce back to the 61.8 could be likely to happen. But the thing is, too, on the other side of that is, you know, it kind of got announced yesterday that the UK would be looking to move on cutting rates. So if that happens, you know, that'll significantly weaken the pound and create a much bigger dip and much weaker currency. And on the other side of that, to look at it, a great opportunity to buy the dip and get an even better entry on the pound for a long-term trade. So those are the big market movers that I see. Also gold, significant level. We're right at the 1548 support here. So we're looking for this support to really give way. It hasn't quite happened yet, but if and when it does, you know, because we're holding strong at this 38.2 level, if and when it does, you know, our next stop, in my opinion, is going to be the 61.8 here, which is right at 1510. So, and that would make for a healthy correction in gold. And, you know, I was trying to short it all Friday. Didn't quite happen. Now, there's some people that follow too that are saying that gold's potentially going lower before it resumes to the upside, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. You know, if we got in here to 15 or 1465, man, that would make for an excellent buying opportunity, because the thing is, we have broken out of this bull flag here, and long term, still a lot of social unrest, you know, all over the world. banks are lowering interest rates, and buying gold just is becoming more and more attractive. And now if this happened, this would allow the RSI to really reset itself. So a lot of stuff setting up. It's only Monday. The markets were quiet, but it was more of a setup type day. So if you like what you heard today and want more information, you know, I'm going over sharing these charts, sharing the trade setups, and what I see in the markets every day in my VIP group. And I have a training program where I teach everything that I just went over right now and kind of that way to approach the market. So thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you, and stay tuned for more information and value. And let's crush it this week, guys. And shout out to everybody in the VIP group. Thanks for all your support. You're the best. We have the most amazing group of traders out there doing this, and y'all are amazing. So that being said, all right, everybody, I'll see you in the chat room. Peace.